Welcome back. So in the previous video, we have been discussed about that construction of the lathe and what are the some of the major parts of the lathe. So we'll continue the remaining some of the parts we'll be discussing in this video, and we're going to discuss about the what would be the specification of lathe. So we cannot easily, whenever they're going to manufacture the lathe, so there will be some standard specifications. What is that standard specifications? How we can able to identify that specifications, or how it will be helpful in order to fix the specifications? So that will be completely discussed in this video. So some of the remaining parts of the lathe, that is what a compound rest. So the function of the compound rest is it is mounted on the top of the cross slide, and it is filled at to any angle in the horizontal plane, and it facilitates taper turning and thread cutting operations. The function of the compound rest is to whenever you're going to make an operation of the taper turning and a thread cutting operations. So the function of the compound rest is to provide that particular angle. Means taper turning means we're going to fix some angle. So it helps to fix that particular angle and even for the thread cutting operations. So the apron, the function of the apron is it is mounted on the front of the saddle, and it is houses the carriage, and it gives the cross slide mechanism. The function of the apron is it provides the cross slide mechanisms. So the next one is about the tool post. The function of the tool post is it is a T slot, and which is it is fixed on the compound rest, and it will be properly clamps the cutting tool. The function of the tool post is to rigidly hold the tool or the cutting tool what we have been used. So it is going to be rigidly holding that. Next one is about the feed rod. The function of the feed rod is it is having a keyway with two reversing pinion gears, either which it can be meshed with the mating bevel gear to forward or reverse the carriage using a clutch. So it is a stationary rod mounted in front of the lathe bed, and it facilitates a longitudinal movement of the carriage. So the mainly the feed rod is it gives the bevel gear it forward or the reverse carriage when by with the help of the clutch it can able to give the mating gears in the bevel gear. So that helps to the movement of the carriage. So the lead screw. So the function of the lead screw is that a rod that runs longitudinally in front of the lathe bed. So the gyration of the lathe screw moves the carriage and in the to and fro movement longitudinally during the thread cutting operation. So the mainly we're going to fix about the lead screw is, so we're going to use that lead screw during the thread cutting operations. So these are the some of the parts that we've been mainly used in the lathe machines. So next we're going to see about the specifications of the lathe. So mainly the specification of the size of the lathe is specified in order to know the work holding capacity. How the specifications we can able to identify is that depends upon the work holding capacity. So how the work holding capacity of the lathe is the depends upon the specifications. So you can able to see the majorly the specifications is between the headstock tailstock. What would be the center distance? So simply we cannot or blindly we cannot able to give the distance. So based on that specifications only, whenever you going to manufacture or based on that specifications only, we'll going to fix the distance. You can able to see in this headstock and the tailstock. So there is a distance between the two centers. So distance between the two centers, that is the headstock and tailstock, that is what we call the distance between the center, and from the headstock to the tailstock, that will called as an over length of the overall length of the bed. So the bed is fixed based on that only lathe has been installed, and this is what we called as the lathe bed. This is the legs that is placed on the lathe bed. So mainly it is to provide the bed, so we require an specifications, and this is what we called as in this portion from the tailstock, swing of workpiece over the lathe bed. What would be the swing whenever it is in a operating condition? What would be the swing on the workpiece? So that also we need to be considered when manufacturing the lathe bed. So even we can able to see on the, so the distance between this what from the center line to the lathe bed, what is what we called as a swing of the workpiece over the gap in the bed. So this is not the distance must be compulsory. Some distance should be there. So the distance will be calculated based on the work holding capacity of the lathe machines. So lathe bed, and you can able to see the swing over the carriage. So the distance between the center axis and the carriage, what would be the swing? So some specific distance will be given there, or specific distance will be maintained in order to give that particular swing. So to make give the specifications. See, when we are going to manufacture any type of lathe machines, so easily we cannot able to do the specifications. or easily we cannot able to consider the any specifications. So when you want to manufacture the any particular type, especially in the lathe machines, so there are different types of lathe machines, and the different types of machining process can able to be takes place in the lathe machine. So majorly the function of the lathe machine is to do the different machining process. So each machining process, the process will the tool also might vary sometimes, and the process will also vary. So to provide or to give that particular specification or to give that particular machining process, so it provides the or it converts the different mechanisms inside the machine. As we know that all the machine parts are been interlinked inside the machine. So if you consider the lathe machine, there is so many number of parts are there inside the machine. So for example, when we are going to fix the tool post, so I need to convert that from reciprocating to the rotary motion. Just if I'm just to start rotating the tool post automatically, so inside the lathe machine, the all the parts will be interlinked. So that gives the required movement. For example, we required a reciprocating movement. So it converts that rotary or linear motion to the reciprocating movement immediately. So that is the reason the motion will be provided inside the machine parts. So all the motions are will be provided in the form of mechanisms, so that one complete mechanism what we called will get in the with the help of the different motions. So different mechanisms will be considered as in a one complete machine. So that is what we called as in a motions and mechanisms. With the help of the motions and mechanisms only, the machining process can able to be takes place. So that is the reason. So there will be some standard specifications will be maintained in order to convert these motions into the mechanisms and mechanisms for a machining process. So that standard specifications will be followed during the designing and manufacturing of that particular lathe machines. So this is some of the specifications of the lathe. Now we'll see what are the theories of that specifications. So first is the distance between the centers. See, the distance between the centers is mainly is about the, what is the major two centers is about the headstock and the tailstock. So headstock and the tailstock are very important in order to hold the workpiece with rigidly. So the headstock will be fixed from the in the left hand, and the tailstock we can able to rotate, and we can able to fix the workpiece according to the size of the workpiece. We can able to fix in between these two centers. So next one is about the overall length. So overall length of the specification of the lathe is depends upon the overall length or overall size of the bed is depends upon the length of the lathe. So next one is about the swing over the lathe bed. Swing is the maximum diameter of the workpiece that can able to be revolved over the lathe bed. The swing is nothing but what the maximum diameter of the workpiece that can be revolved. Revolved is whenever you are working or running at a machine at a high speed, what would be the revolving capacity over the lathe bed. So next one is a swing over the gap in bed. So the maximum diameter and the width of the workpiece can be revolved over the lathe when the lathe has a gap. So some there will be maintained some gap in between the maximum, that is what we call the maximum diameter and width of the workpiece that can be revolved over the lathe when the lathe has a gap bed. So these are some of the major specifications. These are some of the major specifications that we need to consider for the lathe machines. So simply we are with appropriate or approximate dimensions we cannot able to use. So going to use the standard specifications. How the standard specifications can be identified? So standard specifications can able to identify with the working capacity of that particular machines. So based on that working capacity of the machine, we are going to give the distance between the centers, overall length of the bed, swing over the lathe bed, swing over the gap between the bed, and based on that only we are going to manufacture the lathe bed to fix the parts of the lathe machines. So these are some of the major specifications that we need to identify before selection of the machining process. So these are also gives provides the different types of motions and mechanisms or proper motions and mechanisms for a good surface finish. Thank you.